Hey Yankees fans, welcome to Yankees Rumors and News, your go-to spot for the latest buzz and updates about our team. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a scoop. Rumor has it that the New York Yankees are stepping into the offseason with an intensity we have not seen in years, making waves in the baseball rumor mill by reportedly targeting BICHETTE, one of the brightest young talents in the league. Sources hint that this is not just casual interest, but a full-on push to bring him into the Bronx, signaling a shift in the Yankees' approach to building a team that can contend not just for one season but for the foreseeable future. The speculation revolves around how the Yankees might structure a deal, with whispers that a current starter could be included in the negotiations as a centerpiece to entice Toronto to part with their star shortstop. The intrigue here is layered. BICHETTE represents youth, energy, and the potential to anchor the infield for a decade, while the Yankees are known for their willingness to bet big in trades. If it means improving their championship odds, analysts and insiders are already buzzing about which player could realistically be on the table, with names being thrown around, some more plausible than others, but the consistent theme is that the Yankees are serious, and their front office sees this as an opportunity to enticing to pass up every move they make. Every hint dropped in private meetings fuels the imagination of fans who are desperate to see a shakeup that could finally return the team to perennial dominance. There's also a strategic layer to this, as the Yankees management might be using the potential trade as leverage in discussions with other teams, testing the market, gauging reactions, and ultimately positioning themselves to strike at the exact right moment. The combination of urgency, financial firepower, and a clear vision for the future makes this rumor one of the most tantalizing in recent memory, igniting debates among analysts, bloggers, and fans alike, all speculating whether this bold move could reshape the franchise's trajectory for years to come. The conversation around BICHETTE and the Yankees has not been confined to boardrooms and trade rumors alone. It has exploded across social media, sports podcasts, and fan forums, creating a storm of speculation that is impossible to ignore. Enthusiasts dissect every piece of news, every cryptic comment from front office executives, and even body language at public events, trying to read between the lines and predict the eventual outcome. The idea of a Yankees lineup featuring BICHETTE is enough to make fans dream of offensive explosions and defensive solidity. Yet the speculation also carries a darker undertone. Someone from the current roster could be the cost of admission. That possibility introduces tension into the fan base, as beloved players might be used as trade currency in a high-stakes chess game orchestrated by the front office. Meanwhile, insiders suggest that Toronto is aware of New York's interest and may be testing the waters themselves, gauging how much the Yankees are willing to give up. The dynamic is fascinating, with multiple layers of strategy and human emotion intertwined. It is not merely a question of baseball skills but of timing, negotiation tactics, and risk tolerance. Fans are glued to updates, ready to explode with excitement or disappointment depending on how the saga unfolds. The speculation also sparks broader discussions about the Yankees' philosophy, their willingness to mortgage parts of the present for future gain, and their relentless pursuit of a roster capable of winning in a highly competitive league. Every trade rumor is dissected, every quote analyzed, and every potential package evaluated in countless iterations by pundits who are trying to predict the unpredicted. The attention is global, as the Yankees brand amplifies every whisper into a headline that reverberates across continents, making this not just a local story, but a baseball event with international eyes watching closely. The stakes are enormous, the players involved are stars, and the implications of any deal could resonate for seasons, affecting lineups, payroll, and the psychological landscape of both franchises involved. Sources close to the situation insist that the Yankees' approach to BICHETTE is multifaceted, combining statistical analysis, scouting reports, and long-term projections into a plan that they hope will maximize their chances of success. There is talk that the front office has been quietly mapping out scenarios, considering every possible permutation of trade assets and how BICHETTE would fit alongside the current roster. This is not merely a headline grab. It is an exercise in precision strategy, reflecting a franchise that is acutely aware of both its history and its ambitions. Speculation suggests that part of the calculus involves determining which existing starter could be packaged in a deal to make it irresistible, balancing talent, salary considerations, and team chemistry. Analysts emphasize that such trades are rarely straightforward and often require months of negotiation, with subtle shifts in leverage shaping the eventual outcome. The very fact that rumors are swirling so vigorously indicates that the Yankees are actively engaged in discussions, or at least signaling interest in a manner that compels attention. Every journalist covering the story must navigate between fact and conjecture, trying to convey the excitement without overstating certainty. The narrative around Bichette also resonates with fans' desire for immediacy, the hope that a blockbuster trade could transform the Yankees' fortunes overnight. Yet, the reality is far more complex, involving contracts, options, and the delicate balance of maintaining a winning roster while acquiring new stars. The implications extend beyond the field, affecting ticket sales, media attention, and merchandise, highlighting how intertwined business strategy and on-field performance have become in modern baseball. In short, the potential move for Bichette is a web of speculation, strategy, and ambition that captures the imagination of the entire baseball world. Rumors indicate that the Yankees are not merely reacting to other teams' moves, but are proactively shaping the market, a tactic that has become increasingly common in modern sports. The targeting of Bo Bichette may be a signal to the league that New York is prepared to pursue high-caliber talent aggressively, sending subtle messages to other franchises about the team's priorities and willingness to make significant concessions. The choice of Bichette is telling, reflecting a desire to inject youth, speed, and offensive creativity into a roster that, while competitive, is hungry for a defining upgrade. Conversations in the rumor mill speculate on the mechanics of the trade, with financial considerations, player valuations, and future draft picks all entering the equation. The potential inclusion of a starter adds a layer of drama, as fans begin debating which player would be the most likely to be involved. Weighing past performance, contract length, and perceived trade value, analysts propose multiple scenarios, each with varying degrees of plausibility, and every report fuels new cycles of speculation. This ripple effect extends to fantasy baseball leagues, fan forums, and even local economies, highlighting the enormous influence of a single high-profile trade rumor. The Yankees' front office is known for its calculated risks, and pursuing Bichette aligns with a philosophy of bold moves and opportunistic acquisitions. There is also an undercurrent of psychological warfare, as teams attempt to signal intentions and gauge reactions without revealing true negotiating positions. In this sense, the rumor itself becomes a tool, influencing discussions and shaping expectations even before any official deal is struck. Fans are left on edge, balancing hope with skepticism, as they watch the saga unfold in real time, knowing that any moment could bring confirmation, disappointment, or further twists that defy conventional wisdom. The narrative surrounding Bichette is a living story, evolving with every hint, every leak, and every analyst's prediction, ensuring that the Yankees remain at the center of conversation and speculation across the league. The potential acquisition of Bo Bichette represents not just a tactical adjustment, but a philosophical statement about the Yankees' identity and direction. By pursuing a young, dynamic player, the franchise signals a commitment to blending experience with youthful exuberance, aiming to craft a roster that can sustain excellence over multiple seasons. Rumors suggest that internal deliberations involve evaluating the impact on team chemistry, leadership dynamics, and clubhouse morale, acknowledging that integrating a high-profile acquisition requires more than talent alone. Fans debate the implications for existing stars, questioning who might be displaced or how positions might be adjusted to accommodate a new centerpiece. Meanwhile, insider chatter indicates that Toronto is carefully weighing offers, aware of Bichette's immense value both on and off the field, making any trade negotiations a delicate balance of persuasion and leverage. The Yankees' willingness to include a starter as trade bait reflects a strategic boldness, as they attempt to align immediate competitiveness with long-term planning. Analysts point out that such moves, if successful, can redefine a franchise's trajectory, transforming roster construction, marketing appeal, and even the perception of the team within the league. The speculation fuels media coverage, podcast discussions, and social media debates, creating a narrative ecosystem that feeds on every minor detail and rumor. Beyond the practicalities of baseball, the potential trade for Bichette touches on fan psychology, nostalgia, and the allure of seeing a beloved team make audacious moves in pursuit of glory. It is a story rich with drama, uncertainty, and stakes high enough to captivate audiences across the baseball world, ensuring that attention will remain unwavering until clarity emerges. Speculators suggest that timing is critical in any potential Yankees-Bichette deal, with front office strategists likely weighing the ideal moment to initiate formal negotiations. Rumors indicate that the organization might be coordinating internally to synchronize discussions, considering payroll flexibility, injury contingencies, and the reactions of other teams who might seek to intervene or influence outcomes. The involvement of a current starter as potential trade material complicates the timeline, as medical evaluations, contract clauses, and performance projections all must be factored into a cohesive plan. Analysts have pointed out that this kind of preemptive maneuvering is a hallmark of franchises that operate with both patience and audacity, understanding that the league's ecosystem requires subtlety, perception management, and precise execution. Fans, meanwhile, are left in a liminal space of anticipation, digesting leaks, debating rumor credibility, and imagining scenarios in which the Yankees emerge victorious or suffer setbacks. Each report adds layers to the narrative, blending speculation with informed analysis, and creating an atmosphere in which expectations are both inflated and fragile. The psychological impact on players, coaches, and management cannot be discounted, as rumors of blockbuster trades can influence preparation, morale, and focus. Every insider tidbit, every cryptic comment, and every subtle signal becomes magnified, forming a feedback loop of anticipation, conjecture, and fervent debate. In this context, the Yankees' rumored pursuit of Bo Bichette is not merely a transactional consideration, but a multi-dimensional saga that engages the league, the media, and fans on multiple levels simultaneously, ensuring that the story will dominate headlines for as long as ambiguity persists. If you're enjoying the updates, drop a like and let us know in the comments your thoughts on this rumor. Whispers from insiders suggest that the Yankees' interest in Bo Bichette could spark a domino effect across the league, with other teams watching closely to see how New York navigates this high-stakes scenario. The idea that a current starter might be included as trade bait has sparked endless debates among analysts, fans, and media personalities, each trying to predict which player has the highest likelihood of being on the move. Speculation ranges from those whose contracts might offer flexibility to those whose recent performance could make them the perfect bargaining chip, while the psychological impact on the roster adds another layer of intrigue. The Yankees are renowned for their ability to manipulate narratives, using leaks, hints, and media coverage to test the waters, gauge reactions, and build leverage, creating an atmosphere where even rumors carry weight. Meanwhile, Toronto is reportedly taking a careful approach, understanding that any misstep could either undervalue Bichette or allow the Yankees to overreach. Analysts note that trades of this magnitude rarely happen overnight. Negotiations often stretch across weeks, involve multiple parties, and require intricate balancing of financial, strategic, and human considerations. In the midst of all this, fans remain glued to social media, dissecting every tweet, quote, and report, knowing that the outcome could reshape the Yankees' infield, offensive approach, and overall trajectory for years. The sheer magnitude of the potential acquisition creates an almost cinematic tension, as the league, media, and supporters collectively await the next revelation that could tip the scales. Each scenario, each possibility, feels loaded with consequence, feeding into a narrative that is part strategy, part psychology, and entirely captivating. Rumors also indicate that the Yankees are exploring multiple angles for a potential Bichette trade, blending analytics, scouting evaluations, and financial projections into a cohesive, albeit speculative, strategy. The inclusion of a current starter adds a layer of dramatic tension, as fans debate which player could realistically be used as leverage without undermining team performance or morale. Each potential package has its own implications. Some may strengthen the team immediately but carry long-term risk, while others might be more balanced but require patience and precise execution. Insiders suggest that the Yankees' front office is not only considering on-field performance, but also marketability, leadership dynamics, and how the acquisition would influence clubhouse chemistry. Toronto, aware of New York's aggressive posture, is reportedly evaluating offers with a strategic lens, weighing short-term needs against long-term value, creating a subtle standoff in which every move is calculated, deliberate, and laden with significance. Social media has become an extension of the negotiation, with fans speculating on outcomes, pundits dissecting every rumor, and the collective anticipation growing to a near-fever pitch. The Yankees' rumored pursuit of BICHETTE is there for not just a baseball story, but a multi-layered spectacle that combines negotiation tactics, psychological strategy, and fan engagement into one sprawling, ever-evolving narrative. The intrigue lies not only in the potential acquisition, but in the manner in which it could unfold, making every update a piece of a larger, thrilling puzzle. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you stay up to date with every Yankees rumor and news. See you in the next video.